We are back at Old Tucson Studios for a Western experience. They are now open this season from January to May, and we're going to check out what they have in store for us here in the Old Pueblo. They were open for Nightfall and Yuletide last year, kind of a soft opening, accepting Tucsonans back into the Old West. Let's get inside and check it out. And if you're going to come to Old Tucson Studios, make sure you bring a clear bag if you're going to carry a bag. Security reasons, they got signs posted out front for you to kind of figure out what bag suits you best for this adventure. It has been 4 years to the day since we have been to Old Tucson Studios during the daytime. Let's check it out and re-experience the Old West coming to life once again. So after the success of Yuletide and Nightfall, Old Tucson opened up their park from January 26th to May 7th. Tickets are $34 for adults and $17 for children ages 5 through 11. You can make reservations on Old Tucson's website to figure out when you want to come. It does run Thursday through Sunday.
And Old Tucson is open from 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and you can come at any time in between. They do have several time slots for their shows, so you don't have to be here early if you're not a morning person, but you don't have to be here late if you're not a late person.
I recommend getting here around 11. The first show is shortly thereafter. Perfect.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
What was your name again?
My name's Eli.
Eli. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks for protecting us.
You know, I try my best.
We'll keep our eyes open too for any shenanigans and let you know.
If you see anything, you let me know.
Oh, definitely.
All right. I'll take care.
Nice guy.
Wanted, the notorious duo, Mad Dog Bonnie and Marty the Bandit Queen? No! Oh wow! An outhouse! I got dingleberries.
No, not the outhouse.
I'll pick them later. I thought it'd be bigger.
That's what she said.
That guy knows what we're talking about.
You know.
Take this, Bandit Queen! Don't make a run for it, you cover me. Okay, this is Wall. It'll cover you real nice, my friend. We gotta get out of here. Ooh.
You good?
Yeah, I just swallowed some cat poop.
So you can always count on Old Tucson for the stunt shows that they have here. And I love that they brought back the Mission, because the Mission has always been a staple of the daytime visits to Old Tucson with a lot of the stunts, the drops. And I like that they have replaced the pyro explosions with at least smoke explosions. We know Old Tucson does have a history when it comes to fire. So any way to keep it safe for the park and the stunt actors is great. So I like that they did find a way to kind of give us a happy medium when it comes to those pyrotechnic explosions. Awesome. A lot of the old school stunt actors actually are here to watch the live shows who were part of the original stunt shows that took place at Old Tucson Studios.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to see that.
And if you want to get out of the sun, you can stop into the Grand Palace Saloon and check out Fool's Gold Follies, which is your traditional can-can comedy show.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of singing. There's some references to, you know, pop culture as always. But like they don't overdo it, which is good. And I liked it because it was a lot of fun the way that they told the story about the cursed gold.
light-hearted fun is what you're gonna get here. It's good for the kids, and if you just wanna cool your heels and get out of the heat, you can come in here, get a drink at the bar.
And they offer drinks at this bar in here too, so you do have a little bit of a drink and a show. And
if you didn't know, the patriarch of the successful TikTok channel, That Geek Family, is actually the lead in this show as well. So keep your eyes open. You never know what local Tucson celebrities will be walking around.
Yes.
And a nice little hidden gem inside the Grand Palace Saloon is a press penny machine with the old school Old Tucson Studios logo on it. In fact, the guy who was the model for that picture was one of the stunt actors we saw at the stunt show at the Mission. But it's one of the only things here in Old Tucson that still has Studios written on the logo. They dropped that a while ago, but we still know where they came from. Old Tucson Studios. And you know, as many times as I've been to Old Tucson, I've actually never been in this corner store, which is on the end of one of the filming locations for the Three Amigos, when the guys come out of the cantina and see...
It's a Tubman 601.
Let's take a look, see what they got. Still got some Nightfall merch from this past Halloween. John Wayne panoramic puzzle. Get yourself a nice little Old Tucson pocket watch.
Can I have your watch when you are dead?
What did he say?
Plenty of glassware as well. Shot glasses as well as pint glasses. Get yourself a nice coffee mug. These are actually really nice mugs.
Where the spirit of the Old West comes alive.
13 bucks for a nice durable souvenir.
This one is kind of cool because it's got a carabiner. You can
attach it to your hip.
Attach it to your hip.
When you're riding across the desert.
Yeah, to your straps.
Plenty of clothing as well.
And it wouldn't be an essential without sunglasses because it does get very hot here in Tucson.
Yeah, if you forget any sunglasses, definitely come into the corner store, pick up a pair, protect you from the Arizona sun. And of course, plenty of shirts to go around. And we actually own multiple of these books that you can get here at Old Tucson about the history of the studios. Highly recommend it. There is chock full of information, especially how Old Tucson used to be with the layout of the grounds.
See, I love making these buoys. My classic rail spike buoy, magic wand marshmallow roaster for the kiddos.
There you go.
Candle holders. These guys, I designed this one myself. This is a snake candle holder I designed. Set your candle there on his tail, and you can Ebenezer Scrooge around your house.
Yeah. And are these available for purchase, or is it just more so for show?
Not yet. They will be in the gift shop at some point.
Okay.
Right now I'm just building up inventory. And then once I get enough and they work out the details, they're gonna have this stuff at the exit gift shop.
Sounds great.
So that way if someone finds something they want, they don't have to buy a ticket. They can just come up, you know, it's come and visit and see what they want. Then the next day come back, drive in the parking lot, come in and get it.
So be on the lookout for some of his goodies at the Last Outpost gift shop.
That's right. Yeah.
There you go. This is the absolute definition of homemade.
That's right. Heat, beat, repeat.
The good stuff.
I guess we found that no Gucci eating blacksmith.
And if you want to go on one of the historical tours here at Old Tucson, it happens 3 times a day. Just meet in front of the Shelton Hall Museum and it'll take you on a tour and give you a little bit of insight to all the history in regards to the filming locations here at Old Tucson.
Y'all got good eyes?
The best eyes, that's why I got 4 of them.
I don't know. You might have been a little bit late to the party, but you might be right in time. Now, are y'all brave souls?
We're brave. Absolutely brave.
Very brave.
Now, there's been some talk about some cursed gold down at the mine.
The mine?
Now, me and my brother believe we're great descendants of the witch that put that curse.
There's a witch?
Well, she kind of looks like a witch. She's not a witch, but she looks like a witch.
Okay.
Old hag, big old nose. our grandma.
Witch.
Now,
Witchy woman.
if y'all are brave, go ahead, head on down to the mine. Let them know that Bert sent you.
Bert.
Find a lot of riches.
Thanks, Bert.
There's a lot of legends down there. I don't believe any of that huggabaloo, so if you hear any voices, it's all your head.
We're going to the Iron Door mine
Get
next.
the rich stuff.
That rich stuff.
Safe travels now.
Thanks, Bert.
Oh, and if you see those cowboys, we ain't law enforcement, we'll let them know we're coming. Hell's coming with me, you hear?
Hell's coming with me.
I caught that reference. Oh.
Fail.
Darn it.
So they do have these little carnival game type things set up. Obviously no prizes, but if the kids want to have a little bit of fun, they can go ahead and come over and play some of the carnival games that they have set up. Ignore the jets flying overhead. Ruins the illusion a little bit, but hey, we're a hustle and bustle in town. We got an airport now. Slam dunk.
My grandma shoots better than that. I got her. She's known for casting curses.
You're so cute and small. Look at that small one right there.
Cock-a-doodle-doo. They do have a petting zoo here now too at Old Tucson, so if you want to come over and see some of the goats, there's a goat over there. Having some lunch. Looks delicious. Didn't even notice there was a piggy over here. Hello, Mr. Pig.
But at least all of the fences in here are all dug down.
It
was Yep.
Look at all those chickens.
So for those that used to come to Old Tucson back in the day when it was open, the attractions, some of them have closed. They no longer have the automobiles that you could drive around, similar to Autotopia. And then there's no more zip line. The zip line was shortly lived. It came towards the end of Old Tucson's opening before the pandemic, but they seem to have gotten rid of that too. But the merry-go-round is still open for the kiddos, which is nice.
Merry-go-round is alive and well. Nothing a little bath can't help after we robbed the bank. Yeehaw! Now, Don, don't get all twisted now. This is my gold. I'll just have a little fun.
And it seems like a little bit of nightfall is carrying over into the daytime Old Tucson Western experience. The Iron Door Mine is open for walkthroughs. Let's go ahead and go in and check out, see what they have waiting for us in the dark.
But there's cursed gold in there.
Cursed gold, you could still get goodies with cursed gold. It's rich stuff, no matter what. We'll spend it.
We have 3 rules that we need you to follow. Don't touch anything. This mine has had more cave-ins and the pig has had butchers in his shop. Rule number 2. You step or we step, you step or we stop. And last but not least, rule number 3, most importantly, have fun. Because it might be your last. That being said, are y'all folks ready to venture in and
Yeah.
find this gold?
I love that they brought a little taste of Nightfall to Old Tucson during the day. So if you don't come to Nightfall, or you don't like haunted houses or scary mazes, this is a nice walkthrough. You're guided through with a group, so it's not as frightening as what you would get with Nightfall, but it's still an adventure to get to see.
Better not try to pocket our gold. Don't be late to the party again.
I pocketed all the gold. Don't
You
tell
got some
them.
gold?
I did.
I'll have some. Share it.
Nuh-uh.
I want some.
No.
And we've said it before in past videos. In fact, if you want to check out our Nightfall videos, we've been in the Iron Door Mine multiple times, but we said it in the past. The Iron Door Mine here at Old Tucson used to be a dark ride.
Dark ride, yeah.
Full-fledged.
Yeah, I remember back in the day when you got in the little
buggy.
I
think it was a mine cart.
It was a mine cart, and then you went through the mine.
But now you get to walk through it and still get the same effect. They've got running water, smoke effects, strobes, lights. It's an experience, but it's very cool in there too. So if you want to get out of the heat, that is where you're going to go. The AC was blasting throughout the entire mine, so it kept you nice and cool.
Nice and cool.
And Vanessa stole the gold, but
I
don't
did.
tell Bert.
Don't tell him. I stole it for myself. He was gonna do the same. I had to do it first.
Well, we're gonna need that gold if we're gonna get something to nosh on, so.
Wet my whistle. Woo.
Let's see what they have. So if you're hungry, you could check out the Cowboy Cafe Grill.
Ooh,
I
Cafe.
haven't been here since I had my birthday here when I was like 12 years old. Oh, I hear gunfighting. Must be the Mission show again. So outside it's at the Cowboy Cafe, and here it's the Pony Express Pizza and Grill. This is what they have to offer you. A little pricey, but it's what you would expect at any sort of amusement park. So for the price, you get a nice cheeseburger right off the grill. You know, it actually tastes like you're getting it from a cookout, bag of chips, and then I believe the drink was extra as well. But when you're hungry, this will do. This will do nicely. The Cowboy Cafe is a quaint little eatery, empty, but rustic. And I didn't even notice, but on the pamphlet, if you can answer these questions, you can go up to a team member. I'm not sure what you'll get though. We should have been paying closer attention to these answers. But if you come here, try and figure it out. Solve the mystery of the cursed gold. But if you're hungry for some barbecue, come on down to Big Jake's. Let's see what they have here.
I mean, the Wild West nachos look pretty good.
Now I'm kind of sad we ate that hamburger because that barbecue did kind of look delicious.
That barbecue did look delicious, but you know, that's why you come back. Try some new things.
Get it on the next go.
Yeah.
But if you want a little bit
south of the border.
Yeah, I was just about to say south of the border, you can come on down to Rosa's Cantina right next to the Grand Palace Saloon. Churros. I didn't know they had churros here. If you're in the mood for dessert, you've got the La Plaza ice cream, and the line is long. It's actually longer here than any of the other eateries we've seen. Vanessa got her ice cream. Little pre-show celebration.
Yeah, sometimes you need a little treat.
Now let's go get our gunfight on.
Anyways, I'm so little. I'll show you. You're gonna have to kill me.
So I love that they had a gunfight right here in Town Square. Typically they only have them in the two arenas where they usually have their stunt shows, but this one was more emotional, whereas the one at the Mission was comedic, heavy comedic, but this one definitely had more heart and just straight up good old-fashioned gunfights.
What I like about it is that it is in the middle of town, and so you're kind of like in part of the story in a way.
Yeah.
You're like an onlooker. Like if you were part of the town, you're like, oh, what's happening over there? No, granted, you'd probably be boarding up your walls. You're like, oh, we got another fight. No.
Whatever, everyone's a looky-loo, so they want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Bravo, Old Tucson, for bringing the gunfights back to the streets.
Yeah.
Because it's been a while since I've seen that. Another remnant of Western film history, McClintic Mercantile, built for Rio Bravo, was also showcased in El Dorado, and of course McClintic itself. And as you walk around, I do like that there's a lot of characters still, very similar to what they did during Yuletide and as well as Nightfall. So if you want to just talk to some of the Western characters, they're all in character, having fun here.
Yeah, you can talk. What's cool about it too is that you can go and walk and talk to the actors as well after the shows. So that's cool too.
Yeah. And it's great to see that they have the stagecoach with the horses as well that you could ride throughout the park. They've got a nice little watering hole here at Old Tucson. Little waterfall. And a blink if you miss it prop from the film The Alamo, starring John Wayne. This cannon was in that movie. And when I was a child, in this section over here, there was radio-controlled boats that you used to be able to steer from this dock and watch your boat go around the moat, basically battle each other, like bumper cars, but for little remote-controlled boats. Let's see if the sheriff is in-house. A lot of people missing at the Iron Door Gold Mine. Emmett Brown's name. Dr. Emmett Brown? Oh, I see what they did. Clint Wayne, John Eastwood. Dang, you're a crack shot. Nice shooting, Tex.
You see my shooting hand.
You can't come to Old Tucson without riding the train, included in the price of admission, just on time. If you want a little more film history, the train ride is a must. The voice over the speaker gives you a lot of information about certain things that were filmed in the park and around the park that I was actually very happy to hear, including Stay Tuned with John Ritter, which was filmed here in part at Old Tucson. So here's another cannon from the Alamo. We saw another one over there by the water feature, but this is a big one. It's nice to see that they still have some costumes too.
Clint Eastwood wore these pants.
I ran the kitchen in the bar. You know where you want to? Yeah.
Henry Fonda wore those. A lot of Little House on the Prairie was filmed out here. A lot of High Chaparral was out here as well. In fact, you could still see the building out there when you're on the train ride. And we've been in that building during nightfall. They don't let you go right now, but maybe that'll open up one day. And of course, the Three Amigos was filmed here as well. They built massive sets for the movie. Main Street, where we were standing for that gunfight, was an important part of the movie. Specifically, this part. It's crazy if you watch the gunfight at the OK Corral. When the camera's pointed one way, it's Old Tucson, and when the camera's pointed the other way, it's Paramount Pictures.
Oh yeah.
Cut together in one movie.
Yeah. Movie match.
Yep.
Ricardo Montalban.
Ricardo Montalban wore that? Con? Sure are proud that Ronald Reagan filmed a movie here.
Ronald Reagan? The actor?
And who's the vice president? Jerry Lewis. And before you leave, visit the Last Outpost gift shop here at Old Tucson, open 7 days a week. The park doesn't even have to be open for you to come and buy souvenirs. Yeesh. They should really paint this wagon. Gonna paint your wagon, gonna paint it good. We're not bragging, we're gonna coat that wood. And a lot of the stuff that you could find in the corner market inside the park, you can find at the Last Outpost, so definitely come check it out. And they have a newer press penny here in the Last Outpost. But if you want one of the classic ones, get it from the Saloon. Most places you could just get your name on like a license plate or something, but at Old Tucson, you can get it on a knife. Where's Robert? They have
Get
mine?
your name on a knife. Ooh, sold out.
Dang, I wonder if they have any Bort. I guess I could get it on a street sign. Here we go. That's more like it.
Well, I just realized that all the names on the knives are men's names.
That's weird.
They don't have Vanessa.
Where are the girls' names?
I'll take a knife.
Girls want knives with their names on it.
Hell yeah.
This is totally something that I would have made my parents get me when I was a kid. I want a miner hat.
Minors, not minors.
A lot of toys for the kids. And books. I would have loved this store when I was a kid coming here. Granted, we had the gift shop back in the day, but there's so much variety.
Little cactus. Cactus cup? Put a little prickly pear margarita in there. Now you're cooking, or now you're drinking. Sip it up. It'll be delicious. Well, there you have it, folks. That is a day at Old Tucson.
Old Tucson, thank you so much for inviting us out for their opening weekend. If you want to come to Old Tucson, you definitely can check out their website. You're going to get all the information there, prices, dates to be able to reserve. And if you are in Tucson, it is a thing to do that everybody should do when you come to the old Pueblo. It's chock full of history, and it's just the atmosphere and the mystique that is the Old West, especially if you're a movie fan. It's just nice to walk in the steps of those that came before and help build the Old West in southern Arizona.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's one of those like quaint amusement parks that definitely is one that you should check out if you are in the Tucson area.
Especially if you just like the desert, because the sights and the sounds surrounding it, get away from the city, and it's just something that people have been asking for quite some time, is to come back to Old Tucson during the day. So now's your chance to do that. But guys, what did you think of our trip to Old Tucson? Have you been to Old Tucson Studios before? Let us know in the comments below. You can also like and subscribe.
And do the thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Discord.
All the social networking gin joints, you know where they are. Kick into the party, fuel the party, keep the party going on our Patreon. Check out some of the other videos we have done from Old Tucson, including our Tombstone filming locations video, available on our channel now. Thanks so much, and as always,
now it's time to say goodbye.
This party is over.
Bye.
Bye.
It's a male plane. Can't you tell by the little balls? Balls. Get it?